current state of animation has been complained by many people, myself included, in multiple rant videos saying animation is dead. However, 2018 through 2020 has given me hope that animation might not be dead quite just yet, and that is what this video is about. So if you're a film critic like me, you've probably seen a good amount of animated films from the 2010s, and you probably know why I made this video. I mean, the 2010s had a fantastic beginning with films such as Megamind, How to Train Your Dragon 3, and Toy Story 3, and even in the middle there were some exceptions such as Your Name. But a lot of animated films are just too childish and had nothing of value, and I think a lot of this blame has to go to the company called Illumination. In 2010, we got the Steve Carell movie Despicable Me, which was made by Illumination Entertainment, of course. And if you have seen any of their films, you know they do not really put much effort into their writing, giving us a generic kids movie. They slowly started putting less and less effort into their movies. It feels like it kind of screamed to other animated studios saying, hey, we don't have to try as hard in the writing. Oh, you're probably wondering why I'm just saying the writing and not the animation, which, I mean, they're not trying as hard in that department, but the thing is, I don't want to really insult the animation because it's unbelievable how much work goes into it, even if it's not very good. So I'll mostly just be saying writing, but then again, I mean, maybe voice actors and that type of stuff. But the animation's a hard thing to do on its own, so yeah. Like I stated before just now, even the bad films still take some effort, but it doesn't feel like they're trying to make a good movie. Now, I'm not saying that Illumination has always been this way, because if you look at the first Despicable Me, there's some effort put into it. There's some effort into the writing, into the writing as a whole, and the voice acting, and the story, but just they realized after this and slowly start realizing, hey, we don't have to make good movies to make money. Now, I know it feels like I'm going on a big rabbit trail since we're 2 minutes into this and I haven't really gone to the quote-unquote point of the video and what this video is supposed to be about, but please bear with me. Trust me, I'll get to that eventually. I just kind of have to go through the entire decade. Since other studios seem to realize this, we get films such as Wreck-It Ralph 2, Boss Babe, The Emoji Movie. I could go on for hours, but I really don't feel like it. Well, now we are done with the pointlessly trashing Illumination segment of the video, so yeah, let's get into the title of the video. Starting with 2018, sure, we had some bad movies, kind of like Wreck-It Ralph 2 and The Grinch remake. But then Sony Pictures made one of the biggest groundbreakers in animation history in 2018. This is my favorite film of 2018, no doubt. People love it for a reason, and it's so amazing that the Oscars did the right thing by giving this film Best Animated Feature and not giving another Pixar movie that. So you're probably wondering, Gavin, is that all you have to say about 2018? No, there actually is another film in 2018 that I really like, and it's not Incredibles 2 if you're wondering. And that film is I Love Dogs. Even though I think this is on the weaker side of Wes Anderson, I can't deny how unique and different this is from other animated films. With a story you don't see much from animated movies, it doesn't really push the boundaries with its animation, but it pushes the boundaries with its odd and unique story that you don't even really see from live-action films, if I'm being honest. Now for 2019, the first one I want to talk about is of course probably the most popular one that everyone knows about, and that's Toy Story 4. Now, even though I think this is the weakest out of the Toy Story franchise, it gives a very compelling and mature arc for Woody, as well as some fantastic themes that you normally don't see in kids' movies. Now, my next one for 2019 is Klaus. Now, I was just expecting an okay kids' movie, but what I got was the exact opposite. 2D animation is not something that is normally used in animated films today, but it's used in this one and it works fantastically. The soundtrack is absolutely out of this world, and I think also the characters are really fantastic and play off of each other in a very real way that makes sense. But my favorite film from this year was, without a doubt, How to Train Your Dragon 3. Being the second conclusion to an animated franchise, it definitely did not disappoint. The animation is fantastic. Of course, it's technology or whatever, but undeniably, it looks great. The score is just out of this world powerful, and in my opinion, I think it's the best used in the third one. But the best part about this movie is the deep and compelling themes about maturity and growing up, something you wouldn't expect from the same studio that gave us Over the Hedge. The conclusion is fantastic and satisfying, and it gives you a powerful and impactful ending. Okay, so for 2020, there actually were a couple ones from this year I quite liked, such as Onward, Dark Apocalypse War, and The Willoughbys. Now, for Onward, I guess I've already talked about it. In fact, I have a whole video essay on it, so just check that out. It's my most viewed video. I don't know if you haven't seen it. Maybe you haven't. Just my most viewed video, but yeah, just go check that out. But yeah, Onward is my favorite. Now, The Willoughbys, I don't think it's as great as Onward, but it definitely does give me hope for animation. They actually tell a pretty dark story for a kid's film, and I found that really interesting and very clever, how they just told it in that sort of way. It's definitely not the best movie ever made, but it's very odd and different, and that's why I like it so much. Now for Dark Apocalypse War. This film wasn't released in theaters, but it's also still technically animated, so I'm going to count it anyway. I will say I like how DC takes these deep, dark, and mature themes and stories and puts them in an animated format. They aren't just trying to use the medium for kids because they know they'll get a lot of money getting families in to watch the movie. They are using the medium to tell stories because they know in an animated format they can do more with it. Animation is a medium where you can do things beyond belief. You can basically do whatever you want, and I think people need to realize this a lot more because we just get garbage stuff from Illumination that just feels like they're just trying to just give us kid stuff, saying this is only for kids, but in reality, you can do whatever you want with it. So you guys, that's the video. Make sure to like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Baby.